And my camera's working today, which is nice. So, right, let's hop in. I've got my tea ready. Do I remember what the shit is going on? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Well, clearly. Oh, yeah, no, I do remember. There's some... I was trying to go to sleep, but I couldn't, because there's something I've got to do. This thing. Who dis? It's me! Wait. Do you mean who dis? This tanned boy here? It's been a minute. Low end. You ready? Haven't heard my voice in so long, and now it's time. As you approach the address, Rabai gave you a heavy hand. Wait. It's already gone wrong. Game over. As you approach the address Rabai gave you, a heavy hand falls on your shoulder. What's your business here? The enforcer grips your shoulder, giving a hint of the strength her implants give her. As you turn to see the same subsidiary eyes as Rabaya and Toshiro have, glinting like mirrors on her cheeks. Ooh, she's cool. Gia, please, the sleeper is here by my invitation. At Rabaya's command, the hand immediately loosens, and an apologetic look replaces the scowl on Gia's face. Of course, Rabaya, I'm sorry. Well, I think she was the one that was there last time, right? I think we've seen her before. Rabaya waves her away. Don't you worry, I appreciate your protective instincts. She smiles at the enforcer. How about you head to the tambo? They have a delivery coming, and they'll need some help with the lifting. Gia nods and walks away. So, Sleeper, you came. I'm glad. It didn't feel like an offer. I'm sorry for that. She smiles a tight smile. You have to understand, finding you there in Sabine's unit, I wasn't sure where we stood. There are more than a few people on this station who would rather I was dead. I had to be sure you weren't one of them. Not yet. She laughs. I like your sense of humour, but let me ask you a serious question for a moment. Pia begins walking and gestures for you to walk along with her. She takes you down a staircase into the bustling walkways of the low end. What do you know about Yataghan? You're a gang. A gang, yes. That's what people call us. But what meaning does that word have in this place? People with carts push past, moving crates of supplies around the thin and winding passages. Our reputation is one that implies threat. Is that fair to say? We're framed as aggressors, parasites, and criminals. Hey! How are you? I also remember that I don't usually have my camera on for this game, because it like covers up shit. Oh Jesus. Wait. There we go. Been awake for 38 hours. That is Why? That is madness. Writing a paper. Bloody hell. When's the deadline? Are you done now, or are you, or have you got more hours to be awake for? Right-wing propaganda paper? She gestures around at the people in the passageway. But when was the last time you saw a lawmaker on the eye? A policeman? Who makes the law here? Havenage. Oh, very nice. First author? Oh, that's cool. Well done. About gut bacteria and side effects of cancer treatment. That's, yeah. Very cool. What does this, is this PhD over now, then? Is this unpublished and then you just like flip a desk? Oh, nice. Multi-published doctor. The endless sleep. Nice. Alright, okay. Alright, I need to do... I'm gonna read some more. Yes, they like to believe so, don't they? By claiming a lineage that extends back into Erlin's union, they assume the burden of authority. But they have no authority here. Out past the bright market. Where few work in their shipyard or pay for their docking berths. If you'd spent your time in the low end, maybe your opinion of us would be different. This is our place, our people. The low end was empty in Erlin's time. They didn't need to house thousands, and keeping the yards and the rotunda safe was work enough. No, the low end was reclaimed later, when the refugees started arriving. Rabbi meets your eye. The collapse didn't just happen here on this station. When Solheim collapsed, the entire system felt it. Colonies were abandoned. The moons of Ember and Cinder suddenly gained independence overnight. Some took advantage, some tried to hold it together, some fled. The Eye became a refuge, and Erlin, to his credit, extended an open hand to everyone. But many within his organisation disagreed, and those new arrivals weren't as simple to corral as they'd hoped. Rabia leads you through a small market hall, busy with small stalls and traders. Erlin's union was made of workers, administrators, people who were malleable and already organised into hierarchies and networks. The refugees came from different factions and families, were scared, injured, desperate. Conflict was inevitable. Yatagan is a child of that conflict. A child born out of the need for us to stand up and claim our future. To provide security, strength. People call us a gang, but we are a community. I take my position as a lieutenant seriously, and from my birth I've worked to earn it. Rabia catches herself before she raises her voice any further. and you both walk in silence for a while among the smells and textures of the low end. You start to wonder if this place could be a home for you too. Where is Sabine? Rabia sighs and takes a moment to answer. I told you, Sleeper. They have gone. And we do not know where. I understand Sabine must have told you about their debt to us. But that was an agreement entered into willingly, and that benefited them greatly. I'll be honest with you, Sleeper. I was never comfortable with having Sabine as part of Yataghan. An ex-corporate employee, it goes against our nature. But their deal was with Yannick. I kept my distance, made sure Sabine had their surgery, kept it supplied. That was all. But I cannot allow people to go back on their promises. On the promises that they have made to us. Yataghan has not lasted this long because it is a charity. We offer and ask for support. Any betrayal will be treated as an attack. They were trapped desperate. Many on the IR, Sleeper. I'm sorry, but we must ask that our debts are paid in full. Sabine found something. Please, I don't want to hear their accusations. They only wanted to escape their debt. They would have said anything. But where are they now? To stand behind their claim? Stay silent. You realise the Rabia has led you in a loop, and together you both come back up a stairway to the walkway where you met. You are free to go, Sleeper. I have said what I wish to say. She looked out through the windows of the walkway. I protect this place with my life, as it has protected me. I want to make that clear. She turns back. However, if you too wish to come under its protection, I can help you. Return here if you wish, and there will be tasks for you to complete. You'll be able to see Yataghan, to see the low end with your own eyes, not as others frame us. As for Sabine, she pauses to consider her words. I will not ask you to betray them, but if they contact you again, consider their motivations carefully. With that, Rabia leaves, slipping back into her office. While you stare out at the countless units, each a home, each with a story, that make up at the low end.
Interesting.
Ooh, noodles. I can make it the noodles. Right.
To bed.
I'd smash some noodles. To be fair. Right. What were we working on? Oh, becoming king bartender, right? Almost did a bit of chic. Doctor video game. energy. Well, that's not worth it. What is? Okay, let's try that one. Uh-oh. Damn it. Yeah, you used to live in Liverpool, right? So it's probably not as bad. not as spenny. Yeah, Christ. So bad, isn't it? Hey, right. Beard's your favourite character. Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? If like everybody, if all of your friends are like in that area, then it doesn't matter how good another city is. Right. Tala stands back up from the newly finished still and tub, hands on hips. Look at this, she grins. The overlooked distillery in all its glory. She squeezes you around the shoulders. I had to do that. What's next? There is an issue. Tell me. Well, Girrole the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Girrole the mushroom. That's what gives it the golden colour and the earthy taste. The alcohol is fused with the mushroom along with a mix of spices. That means you need Girrole caps to make Girrole. But no one wants to supply us. The distilleries on the Greenway are taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across the Founders Gap. However, I have an idea. She smiles. We can grow our Girrole caps here. She gestures at the increasingly equipment-filled back room. Are you sure? Totally sure. Tala puts a hand on the still. We made a still. We can set all this up. How hard can it be to grow mushrooms? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this. She pauses. Or at least we could if we had something to grow them from. Like spores? Exactly! Suddenly you feel like you've walked into a trap. And you are the perfect person to get me those spores. She nods rapidly. Think about it. You built the still. You're great with plants. You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? Half of that isn't true. Don't be so modest. She pats you on the shoulder. Look, I can't leave the bar. And the other people picking up shifts, she grimaces. I'm saying it has to be you. Fine. Wonderful. You'll love it over on the Greenway, I think. All that fresh air, open space. She sees your expression. Okay, I'm done. She turns back to look at the still and the fledgling distillery forming around it. It really is something though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. I'm gonna have to duck out for this for a bit because I'm about to nip to my cousin's for half. Monotone? What do you mean monotone? I am not monotone. Sounds like Nigella Lawson. Ooh, I'm trying to think of what she might say. Give me a dirty innuendo that Nigella would say. I don't remember that one. It could be something you should say though. Alright, I need mushrooms. Hard to port, maybe? Yeah, I could see that, to be fair. Ooh. Hey, right, okay. Hive here? Isn't that... Huh. Isn't hive here like a... part of a fungus, right? Okay, it's not what I want. I want to buy mushrooms. Damn it. That's what I need to do. Oh, there we go. Collect spores. Hey. Nice. Done. What's this one? Thief. Steal the harvest. Oh. Okay, so I can steal food. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Where is she? Where is she? Here, spores. Oh, I had to get 3. Rats. Actually, I watched a documentary, what's it called? Is it Life of Fungus? Anyway, it's a documentary about mushrooms. Very cool. I may have already spoken about this, because this is a whole... it's definitely a theme on fungus in this game. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But yeah, this guy who's like a mushroom, what do you call them? Mycologist? Mushroom scientist, anyway. Or fungal scientist. He was talking about his experience with a different kind of mushroom, and it was interesting to say the least. I only got one. Damn it. There we go. Right. He said he like went up a tree in a thunderstorm and was like watching this thunderstorm in the pouring rain whilst he was like obviously tripping labels. Sound like a funky character. I would have thought like that would be terrifying. A thunderstorm when you're tripping. Have I not just completed that? Oh, okay. Okay, so I won't be able to do anything with her for a while. That's cool. But what I can do... I can feel it. Mr. Krabs. Compressor club. What do I do here? Nothing. Okay. What do I do? What do I want to do here? Why would I want to climb that thing? I can do the Greenway stuff. I want to join the hippie community. E, right. Oh, okay. And then I go sleep. Oh, wait. See this? Oh! Lemon Mina. Oh, are they taking off? The crowds have already gathered by the time you get to the shipyard, and you recognise faces among them, people you've worked alongside in the side reel. The intervening cycles have turned their excitement to anxiety, and few of them smile at you. Instead, the nervous energy of the crowd fills the space, creating a feedback loop of growing tension. So basically what's happening, they're like in a lottery system to like be a crew on the ship, which is like leaving this hellhole of a space station. You pick out Lemon Mina and work your way over to them, pushing through the crowd. He silently raises his eyebrows at you, his anxiety obvious, but Mina flashes you a huge smile, unaware of the tension. "Robot!" she calls out, reaching out to you. "Hi, Mina." She waves frantically, grinning. "Quite the turnout, huh?" Lem glances around, pulling Mina close. "I don't think patience is one of this crowd's strengths." The sound of an argument towards the back catches your and Lem's attention. He is putting it lightly. This place seems set to explode. I'm a robot, yeah. I'm like I was a human, and then I've been implanted into a robot body. And like for the purposes of working for this company, and then I've like escaped, and then they're looking for me. So I'm like a refugee or something. This isn't good. Lem doesn't dare answer. but the look in his eyes suggests he agrees. This is Asta Enkart of the Celis Foundation. The announcement echoes from the speakers at the shipyard entrance, and shouts of "Quiet!" rapidly follow. I'm sorry I can't be there to meet you all, and thank you on behalf of Sendra Celis for the work you have done on the sidereal horizon. Most of the crowd strains to see Asta's face, but the small display shows only a ghostly white figure, smudged and unclear. Sendra wanted me to pass on her personal thanks for your commitment to and belief in the Celis Foundation's mission. We chose the Eye for this project because we knew that we would find like-minded individuals here, especially among the ranks of the Venerable Havanage Association. Unlike most of the core, we neither believe Erlin's Eye to be a threat or a rogue state, but instead an embryo for the formation of a new, decentralized social structure, one where each citizen might be the master of their own destiny. A ripple of impatience runs through the crowd. They didn't come here for a sermon. You're all pioneers, just like those core citizens who the Sidereal Horizon will carry in cryosleep to the planet that will become the Foundation's first frontier world, Celis 1. At the mention of the destination world, excited conversations break out among the workers. There, our citizens will be able to create their own innovative bottom-up economic order aligned with the principles set down by Sendra Celis herself: freedom, resilience, and self-sustenance. This is all thanks to your tireless efforts in the Havanage Yard. As a reward for those efforts, you may know that we are offering a select group the opportunity to join the caretakers of this vision, the staff of the Sidereal Horizon, who will maintain the vessel during its multi-decade transit through interstellar space. Clem turns to you, his eyes bright. This is it. This draw has been performed at random by the central AIs of the Foundation, and is final and binding. Please note only licensed contractors of the Foundation are eligible for this draw. I know you've all been eagerly awaiting this day, and without further delay, I will now read the Celis identification numbers of those chosen for this great honour. A murmur runs through the crowd. Celis identification numbers? Licensed contractors? You've never even heard the term mentioned. Is this something you were supposed to be assigned? You glance at Lem, but his eyes are fixed forwards, wide and shimmering. All around you, people are speaking in hushed tones like a rising wave. Asta starts reading out a sequence of numbers and letters, and panic begins to set in. No one seems to know what is happening. Somewhere near the front of the crowd, someone shouts in celebration, and everyone pushes forwards. Lem? You turn to see Lem staring forward. Mina is scared now as the shouts start. Daddy? What? Someone throws something at the entrance and it rattles against the shipyard doors. You see for the first time Havanage security stood on either side, scared, arguing between themselves. You feel the anger rising in the crowd. Lem, let's go. He doesn't move. They might call out our names. I can't. Mina tugs at his dog tags. It's not happening. Lem blinks rapidly, and then turns to you. He opens and closes his mouth, and looks down at Mina. He sees the fear in her eyes and understands. It's time to go. You lead Lem and Mina out, shoving people aside. As you do, you hear the sound of scuffles emerging at the front of the crowd, of metal canisters bouncing off the shipyard walls. You keep your head down and walk away, the sound of Asta reading off the ciphers echoing above the chaos like some strange mantra. When you turn to Lem, there are tear tracks running down his cheeks, and Mina is sniffling in his jacket. You feel the sadness rising in you too. They screwed you. Screwed all of you. You were never even on the list. The feeling is as unpleasant as it is familiar. You stare ahead in the tunnel as the security sirens sound out, a signal for the coming violence. Wah. Well, that sucks. Yeah. Oh, I'm starving. I will continue my efforts to be big hippie mushroom daddy. Right. Come on. Come on. Do it. Yeah, come on. Nice. Oh, so I can grow my own spores. Ah. I'm gonna be a big mushroom farmer. Right, so I get... don't really know. I didn't really get what the, what's the word? The mechanics of his robot body. I guess he's a cyborg or something. But yeah, he still has to eat and sleep and stuff. Only rats. Oh, I got two there. Nice. Okay. Cool. So I'm growing the mushrooms. can't do that. What does that do? Okay. It's cool though. I like this is my character. That's what it looks like. It looks kind of humanoid. Let's do that. Cool. You're a bit odd. Get out of here. Okay, so we're waiting for all these. So we can do Yatigan's stuff and also buy some medicine. Yeah, I also need like this stabilizer stuff to stay alive as well. I'll come back to that. Let's do this stuff. It's only one? Oh, that's so annoying. That's gonna take so long. Right here. Yeah, clearly. Right. Yeah, I do look a bit shabby. Like, you see my can you see my mouse? Oh, you can. The little voice box thing. Kind of cool though. I love the art in this is very good. God, she's so cool. There's no answer when you buzz Lem's unit, but the door is open. You push the door and find Mina sitting in the middle of the floor, playing with Bun Bun. You wonder if the robot has cock and balls. I reckon no. It looks very hermaphrodite. How do I say that? Hermaphroditic? Looks like a hermaphrodite. Hi Mina. Hi robot, says Mina sullenly, waving Bun Bun's paw without looking up. Where's Daddy? Mina doesn't respond. She walks Bun Bun across the floor, narrating quietly to herself. You look around the unit. It's a mess. Dishes and glasses on the sides, some of Mina's clothes piled up in the corner. Mina is sitting by her bag, which is spilled out across the floor. Her drawing slate cracked and dark. Tidy up. You start with the kitchen units, piling up the dishes in the auto wash and wiping them down. You pile the clothes up next, folding them neatly. Mina watches you quietly as she plays, curious but silent. You've just You've just started to look at fixing her cracked slate when Lem enters. Sleeper, what are you... He pauses and looks from you to Mina and back again. Never mind. He drops a bag by the door and slumps onto the couch. Where were you? Lem ignores the question, asking one of his own instead. What are you doing here? Mina's not supposed to let anyone in. He glances at her disapprovingly, but she shoots back her own angry look. Look, now's not a good time. What happened? What happened? We messed up, that's what happened. We put our hopes in someone else's stupid scheme. He pinches the bridge of his nose. You understand they never even put us on the list, right? I've been all around the rim looking for work, and I've run into more than a few from the crews. It turns out only long-time Havenage members were issued those Celis ID numbers. They never planned to consider us. Havenage say they didn't know that was what they were going to use to make the draw. And who knows, maybe Celis pulled the wool over their eyes, but what does it matter? All those hours in the yards for a hand-to-mouth wage and nothing else. He slams his hand down on the sofa. You're giving up? Lem opens his mouth to respond, but stops himself. He looks at the open door again. They're moving the side reel up the hub now, you know, he says without meeting your eye. That's where it'll depart from. They are bringing in a ship with all their cryosleep pioneers and transferring them up there in microgravity before loading the crew. We could sneak aboard. You think they're just going to let anyone on board? The security they'll have has to be impossible. He looks over at Mina. Look, we'll be fine. We always have been. I just need a little time. He sighs. We had our hearts set on that trip is all. Mina comes over and climbs into his lap. He smiles. What if I got you on board? I miss you these past cycles. I miss that optimism. Lem strokes Mina's hair. Look, you want to go up to the hub and ask around, be my guest. I can't get up there with Mina down here. And I'm sure the side reel will bring in a crowd, but be careful. This kind of thing always attracts scammers and thieves. You'll find it any way on board you take it. You need help to get there? Ask me. But for now, me and Meanie here sticking on the eye. She looks up at him and smiles. I'll find a way for all of us. Lem smiles but doesn't say anything. You stand to leave and Mina grabs your hand, eager to give you one more smile. Then you're out, back in the walkways of the low end, already thinking of plans to make this right. Well, that sucks. So I'm just plug my headphones in. Yeah, I don't know about you. I could like smell his flat.
Charging battery.
Definitely freaking nasty. Okay. So we need that. Oh, it's not actually his daughter. Yeah, he's like, what's the word? Yeah, I think they were like escaping during some like battle on a different planet, and she was like lost. So he helped her. Oh. Wait, I thought I just... Do I need to buy scrap so they, like, fuck off? Nope. What the... How do I... Huh. Well, that was a waste. Yeah, I mean, that's true. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I want to try and do this, but I can't remember how... Manchlock. Encrypted key. Can't remember how you find them. I don't think it's any of these. Would I want to be? I'm gonna be... Yep, joining the commune. Let's do it. Soon. Ah. Getting there as well. It's all coming up Millhouse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. You missed me? Ethan smiles a ragged smile at you. Walk away. Ethan follows along, and you notice he is limping. Come on, sleeper. Just a little joke. I know you have a sense of humour. You look at him. He is paler than usual, hunched. He is sporting a black eye and more than a few cycles of beard growth. It's no way to greet an old friend. Get lost. Ethan's face drops, along with all the pretense of friendliness. I think you'll want to hear this, sleeper. I think, he says rapidly, shaking his head. You'll really want to hear this. I doubt it. Ethan ignores you. This is big, really big stuff. About you. He seems more jittery than usual, on edge. You remember now how S&R cancelled the contract on you? The contract I was going to collect? I remember. Well, I'm guessing you were pretty happy about that shit. Overjoyed. Me? I lost everything. But let's not worry about that. He smiled sarcastically. And so, what did you think? That was it? Stay silent. Well, it was. Except, Ethan leaves a dramatic pause. What if old S&R gave the bounty to someone else? Someone who's more of a shithead than yours truly. He smiled starkly. What a disaster that would be. You're bluffing. Sure. You could think that, but then you'll wake up, or not, with a bullet in your head, one of these cycles. And if you could think, which you won't be able to because of the bullet, you'd be thinking, oh, I wish I'd listened to Ethan. He grins. Ethan fishes around in his pocket for a slip of paper. Been speaking to some friends, you see, some colleagues, about what went down. And it turns out S&R cancelled all their bounty contracts. The whole lot. It seems they've brought someone in-house. Some guy who did such a good job on their last contract that they got offered a job. He leans in. Apparently he made a hit on this ship, called the Winter Wonderland or something. He was smuggling sleepers out from under S&R's big corporate nose. He killed the crew and blew the ship. Ethan whistles. They call him Hemwick or Maywick or something. He gives up looking for the paper. I forget. You mean Winterlight? That's it. He looks at you hard. So you do know about all this? He pats you on the shoulder. Then he'd be very happy to hear what I'm about to offer you. Ethan runs his hands through his greasy hair. Given this new information I've brought to light, it seems like you're in need of protection. I'm not paying you anything. Easy, I'll get to that. He looks down the corridor. I, meanwhile, am in need of assistance in kind. It turns out I upset some people at the compressor the last time we were there, the owners, and they say they'll space me unless I work off the debt. Seems that they're that kind of businessman, he grimaces. I would pay them, but... He shrugs and turns his jacket pockets inside out, in a mime of poverty. He looks pitiful, even more so for his clownish acting. Then work it off. You should be glad, the anger rising in him now, that I came here and told you this. You think anyone is looking out for you? You are a contract, a name on a list. He kicks the wall. Ethan rubs his temples. I'm sorry, he hisses. I'm sorry for being a shit and trying to kill you. And whacking that thick skull of yours. He sighs. But you think I want to go up against this guy? But us, he jabs a finger between the two of you. We don't have a choice. So you keep me from getting killed, and I'll do the same for you. We can help each other. Show a 50-50 deal. He looks at you. Not asking for a favour. I'll think about it. Ethan nods. I'm at the compressor, every cycle, working. He pauses. Just think about Maywick. Think about that cold-eyed S&R shit on his way here from the coal systems. Smiles. That should give you the motivation you need. Ethan swaggers off down the corridor, throwing his jacket over his shoulder. Can't wait to be working with you, he shouts. will. My fungus is growing. Hey. Communist. Wah. 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 How's this happened? Oh. Oh. What? I can't even think. Who does he? He looks like someone. Who does he look like? You head down into the hyphy compound, following a blue painted line that is labelled laboratories. The member you're assigned to work with told you they'd asked to see you, but you still have no idea what about. The line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass-roofed chamber where a network of stems and leaves filters the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow green. Keep dropping off. What, to sleep or? Oh, he did. Yeah, I can see that. Oh man, have a snooze. Time's up. Have a nice early snooze. Half 8. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you miss the woman Oh, is it? Whoops. You miss the woman standing at the lab bench, camouflaged by the dappled light. Welcome to my sanctuary. She smiles. Come, let's talk, she says, and beckons you closer. Who are you? Of course, my apologies. She offers a hand to shake. I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa. I don't even feel bad. That was very easy to be caught out by that. What is Haifa? She looks surprised. You've been working in the compound for a while now. I'm surprised you don't know more. She lifts a tiny sample jar, yellow spores dancing inside. Haifa lives off the land of the Greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We sleep here. We feed each other. We work for each other. Yeah, she's definitely got like really bloodshot eyes. You can't see them, but no, they do look kind of reddish. Rico walks away from the bench and waves for you to follow. She opens a small door and leads you down a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green. All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth. It's a kind of miracle. She looks at you with bright eyes. What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they're abandoned? They dry up? Exactly. They run out of water. They very rapidly, in fact. She leads you left at a crossroads. But here they endured, she smiles to herself. Actually no, they thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrapped around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they are taking control of this place. Rico continues. Of course Solheim tries to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a system of microbial reclamation systems. But the Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Erlin himself was so convinced of it that his first colony never even came here to try to reclaim it. The Eye instead relied on outside favours and influences, shipments from the inner system, and small-scale agricultural systems like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet here we are, among growth and decay, a biosphere flourishing. When Haifa came here, we expected to find only vacuums, vacuum-dried stalks and leaves, and perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch. But we found a jungle. With this, Rico hits a button on the wall and leads you through a large pair of double doors into a huge, impossible chamber. It is every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark vines that surround them. It is wet too, a rarity on the Eye. Condensation clouds the light from the high glass roof and gathers on the shiny broad leaves of shrubs. Did you do this? She smiles. Oh no, not me. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you both stand in. It doesn't make sense, but in many ways the system has stabilised. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap, who need input to support their meagre output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plants or built new systems buried deep below us. Or perhaps their collapse caused some fortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Aren't you the botanist? Astutely noted. But I don't need a botanist. Rico sits on the railing. These halls run deep, Sleeper. And I'm getting old. She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway. Whatever is causing this, it's to be found in the groves deep in the Greenway. Haifa won't spare anyone for an expedition. It's too dangerous and unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. You sleepers are hardly beings, I know that much. You can speak to the Eye, uncover its secrets. In ways I never can. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seeds and blooms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are found, the better. I'll try. Thank you, she smiles. And thank you for listening. Rico leads you back out of the huge chamber and up through the passages. She's a little slower now and stumbles on the steps. You help her where you can. It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, and few come through. She settles back at her bench in the lab, stretching her legs. You go to leave. Come back if you find something, Sleeper. She calls. There are discoveries to be made, and you follow the blue line back up out to the compound. all the time thinking of that impossible magical green. Well. Well. I give you spars. Easy. Yeah, fair enough one. I will, Oh, indeedy. Yeah. Oh, I can't Friday night. Mayhaps. Wednesday night? Yeah, I'm at a festival. I'm going to Leisure Festival in Margate in Kent. But yeah, yeah, maybe Wednesday. Or wait, could I do? Yeah, I can do Wednesday night. Shit. Sunday night? Okay, perfect. Let's do that. I will add it to the diary. Yeah, exactly. No church, just just gaming. Alright, brother. Have a very nice sleep and rejuvenate. Wait, is that new? And to you too. I think I need this. I can't remember how you get another one of these things. Well, might as well just do this. Oh wait, no, it's not what I want. Wait, it's an active scene. What have I got? Oh, I need to speak to the botanist, don't I? Damn it. Sleep! Rico greets you without so much as looking up from her work. I've some of yours here. Come see. She beckons you over to a heavyweight-looking console, while to a series of specimen jars, some of which contain the spores. What does it say? The spores you have here are a real cocktail, a selection of types from within the groves, but I've been able to isolate a few. She taps on one of the specimen jars. Here we have Tricholoma Matsutake. Rico breezes through the Latin and Japanese pronunciations as if it was nothing. Yep. Yeah, she did. Uh-huh. A species Solheim somewhat modified for use on the station. She brings up a panel of chemical composition on her console. All gradiented bars and obtuse acronyms. This is the composition of the Solheim modified Matsutake spores. Modified? Yes, every species on the eye is a tweaked variant of Solheim's, of course. But that's not the point. Rico brings up another panel, identical in layout, but with wildly different colours and numbers. You see, this is what your Matsutake spores look like. They aren't the same. That's the conclusion, yes. Rico glances at the specimen jars, as if it might have something to add. They are fundamentally the same spores, but they carry different chemicals, different signals. She leans back and sighs. Solheim may have introduced their own tweaked versions in the beginning, but the groves have, and still are, affecting them. Affecting them how? It's hard to tell without samples of fully grown mushrooms. She meets your eye. And herein lies our problem. She moves to another desk, where two trays sit side by side. The first contains nothing but plant mulch. The second you smell, before you even look at it. Pungent aroma of fruiting Matsutake, like rotting sodden overalls, laced with an edge of spice. The Matsutake here are grown from Solheim stocks, pulled from a spore vault in this complex. She winks. They're delicious, by the way. She sets them aside. The tray is germinated with the spores you collected. No activity, no germination, nothing. But the groves are full. Yes, they are. Rico looks at you directly, and you suddenly realise how much she's enjoying this. So here's our puzzle, Sleeper. Spores from the grove won't grow in the lab, but gathering fruiting bodies from the groves is too unpredictable. We need to grow a fruiting body from some of these spores so that we can track it, understand it. In short, I need you to become my mushroom farmer. Actually, I already started. Rika looks impressed. Oh well, an eager mycologist. I'd never have guessed. I assume you set up yourself in the aviary. I've been eyeing that place up for its proximity to the groves. Bring me whatever grows, not just Matsutake. There's more than a couple of variants in there, so I'll need plenty of samples. She plucks a Matsutake cap from this tray. These little things are reflections of their conditions, their smell, their taste, their chemistry. It all derives from the conditions of their growth. She smells the cap. Enough of these, and we'll have a picture of what is happening here, of the ways in which this biosphere is modifying itself or being modified, whichever the case may be. Rika pops the Matsutake cap into her mouth, taking you by surprise. And don't worry, Sleeper, she says while softly chewing. If this turns out to be a dead end, I'll make sure that not a single mushroom will go to waste. Great. But they're my mushrooms.
Oh god, he's coming.
Wait, is that new? Oh. Scrap components. I need scrap. How do I get more scrap? I actually don't think there's anything I can do to get more scrap. Damn it! Why did I sell that scrap? You fool! Oh, there's no way I would have been able to do it. Anyway, it's fine. I'll try and build this new house. What is? You cross between two walls of the unit. One of the cavernous streets at the centre of the low end. The pressurized bridge is full of the clack of Tavla, the shouts of children, the whir of air filters. Who's this guy? Sleeper. You turn to see a man sitting at a Tavla table, alone. Somehow untouched by the hustle and bustle of the people around. He gestures to the stool on the opposite side of the table. Sit. Sit. You sit at the metal stool and you start setting out the board with counters, or at least the filter caps low-enders typically use in their place. Caster, he says by way of introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day, he asks, gesturing at the caps, crudely sprayed white and black. Night. He nods. The black counters are already on your side. Let's begin. You both take the plastic die each, pitted and worn, and roll to determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6, you a 4. I lead. He smiles and begins to move his first cap precisely along the board. It looks like backgammon. Play passes back and forth between you, the dice changing hands as the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks, eyes not leaving the caps. It's unusual to see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play you. You take your turn rolling a 5 and a 6. Play carefully. After all, a sleeper's mind must be somehow different to a human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Caster talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I don't mean to offend you, Caster meets your eye. I merely see that you are, by definition, different. What has been subtracted in the emulation? What has been added? He slides a single cap onto an open point. A risk and an opportunity. He hands you the dice. Do you ever think about this, sleeper? Where you were before and where you are now? Always. You roll a double one and solidify your wall. Cast the whistles. The holding game, commendable. It can be brave to build from what came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in a single move. But we cannot idle too long, sleeper. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It is a living, breathing person. He looks up over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them a shadow, splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on with their lives, unaware of your fate, no matter what yours is. He hands you the dice, smiling. You're a branch severed from the main trunk, an offshoot who refused to die, so to speak. You roll again, under pressure now, trying to slip your caps out from under casters before he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is how you see yourself in all of this, Caster asks. What does this tangle of truths make you? Doomed. This, he nods. It's hard to disagree with. Caster looks away through the glass to the crowded units on all sides. Though I wish it wasn't true, he starts removing caps, his homeboard now full. But I wonder if you are any more doomed than the rest of us. You try a few more rolls attempting to get back in the game, but Caster clears his homeboard with a sense of the inevitable. He has known he was winning for a while. I feel I may have pushed too far. He slides another cap from the board. I apologise. My curiosity has a habit of getting the better of me. You roll to return the cap to the board, but all the spaces are blocked. Caster clasps his hands apologetically. You play well, really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn from each other. He slides his glasses back of his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, perhaps even data. His eyes glint with that last word. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It is over. Here's one. I'll see. Please, I don't want to make you uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here. And if I am able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the bustle of the walkway once more and the calls of the children. The deliveries, the arguments and reconciliations. They wash over you as you stand and leave. Caster nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you will play the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening as you are sure there was. I really do with is that key thing. What's even called encrypted key. It's got to be in this, right? I don't... Where do I find? No, we have yet to win, sadly. I'm trying to find out where you get them, these encrypted keys. You miss a few bits, to be fair. If you like big bits. Maybe I can buy encrypted keys. Maybe I can riffle in the shit out of this thing. Huh. Have an inch cipher. Well, if I... Wait, was that it? Got 5 cryo. Was that it? Yeah, that's no problem. Where is that person I've just Oh, I did it, didn't I? Ah, I got the thing. I did the thing, I did the thing, I did the thing. Don't know what this is gonna do. Ooh, I'm doing a thing. Okay. Godspeed. Indeed. Godspeed. Okay, so we've done the ripworm thing. Good. Because we desperately need this guy to help us. What do I want to do? So we've done... Can I buy another... No. Who's the dude that I've just made friends with? This guy. Here you go. Wait, 2-5? Jeez. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to store those up. Jesus. Okay. Tala comes to you one shift, when the bar is empty, tapping you on the shoulder as you clean the bar. It's ready. She's grinning at here. The Girrole? Obviously. She grabs you by the arm before you can ask anything else and drags you into the back room. The smell hits you immediately when you enter. A cocktail of rich fermentation and chemical sharpness. The room is warm and bright now. The newly installed lights making the place look clean, whether it is or not. Tala is already pulling up a couple of stools around a metal crate where 2 glasses with a few fingers of pale Girrole inside sit waiting. Yeah, Tala could grab my arm and put booze in me. She smiled. I haven't even tried it yet. You can tell she's nervous. You both sit at the makeshift table, the slight strangeness of the situation making you both jumpy. Tala hands you a glass. Cheers, she says solemnly, and knocks the glass back. You do the same. The first sensation is burning, a sharp nose-clearing blast of alcohol that has your frame querying whether you would like to activate safe mode. You gulp the drink back, and it's only then, behind the burn, that you taste the earthy tones of the mushrooms, the woods and the soil, left behind like sediment, barely there. That's strong. Tala nods vigorously. Woof, that was heavy. As promised though, you think? She swirls the glass and puts it down. Wait, I have an idea. She grabs a metal bottle from the newly installed work service and drips some drops of water into the Girrole. Try again. This time the burn is a warming glow, harsh but fading off, and the woodiness less heavy. You taste something floral in among the marshy decay, something fresh and bright that you never expected to find. Both you and Tala meet eyes. It's really good, right? It is. Tala grins with her whole face, and that makes you smile too. Tala pours out some more Girrole and then adds some more water. The action's already taking on the quality of a ritual. You both drink. Tala tucks her feet up beneath her on the stool, folding her legs. She looks down into her glass and swirls the liquid thoughtfully. What's on your mind? Tala looks up, at nothing in particular. My father opened this place, you know, she says out of nowhere. A thought, something suddenly becoming words. It was his attempt at making a life for us. For my family when we got to the Eye. You were refugees? From Cinza, yeah. It's one of Ember's moons. She takes a drink. I don't remember much, I was only tiny when it happened. And when we came. I was just thinking about something he told me. When he first set this place up, he wanted to call it the Bantian. But he's afraid it'd scare off the customers. So he kind of translated it, hence the overlook. And these past few cycles, when I've been in here, I've been thinking that I should rename the place. She looked at you. The Bantian? What do you think? What's it mean? Dad said he translated it to overlook. So something like that. Watchtower maybe? Lookout? Tala picks up her glass. That settles it then. To the Bantian. You both clink your glasses and drink up. Tala hisses through her teeth. Still harsh. She laughs, then suddenly grabs your shoulder. Oh, sleeper, I totally forgot. She stumbles to her feet. She lurches over to the corner of the room, covered with a plastic sheet, and whips it off, like a magician performing a trick. Beneath it is a neat little kitchen. A sink, a work surface, and a compact oven with a hob. Your kitchen? She doesn't give you time to respond. You can come here, make stuff here anytime. As long as you promise not to raid the mushroom farm. I need those for the Girrole. I was thinking too that if things pick up, we can start serving proper food at the the Pantheon. She laughs. Do you like it? It's perfect. Tala gives you a hug, then quickly stands back. I'm sorry, I'm so glad you're here. She grins. Me too. As Tala tidies away the glasses, you inspect the kitchen, checking it all works. It's small and salvaged, but after what you've had to put up with, it feels like a dream come true. Yeah, that was really sweet. She's definitely the I believe she is the love interest in the story. Later, when she's done for the day, Tala comes back through to the bar, and you share a glass of the good Girrole, the one she didn't distill. And this time you talk about nothing in particular, sharing stories about regulars or discussing the best place to eat on the island, which after everything that has happened feels like a nice change of pace. When it comes time to leave, you promise to cook for Tala and agreed to let her know which shifts you'll be working in the coming cycles and slip out into the cold of the rotunda. And in this moment you feel for once at home. No, I got good. Ah, can you? That's quite good. Me too. I'm ooier and gooier though. In my heart bones. Oh, I need to end the cycle. Where's my house? Fuck! No, I lost the dice. Anger. I need to see if my mushrooms are grown. B, I'm growing mushrooms. Wait. Where are my mushrooms? No! What did I do that for? No! Why? No! Shit! Why did I randomly clicked. God damn it. What a waste. So many mushrooms. Ah. Okay, that's a good perk. So can I give Just sitting in my room and do some art while I watch you grow mushrooms. Are you gonna draw me making mushrooms? Oh, you haven't seen the mushroom scientist yet. Wait, hold on. I need the loo. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. How cool is yeah, mushroom person, big stoner. Rico meets you at the entrance to the lab, leaning on her crutch with a glint in her eye. Walk with me, sleeper. I'd like to tell you a story. She makes her way down the corridor that leads back up towards the main commune building. When people first crossed what we call the Founders Gap into the Greenway, they did so against the wishes of Andre Erlin. Oh, you'd also love this, they're all like super commie. At the time, Erlin was trying to establish the Union and establish control over the Eye in the wake of Solheim's collapse. It was chaos, competing factions, failing systems, so many dead and injured from the riots. That was his priority. Why? Erlin was interested in people, not plants. He was a pragmatist, and for a good reason. You both cross through a glass-roofed tunnel. The greenway outside crowded with vines and branches, dappling the light. Erlin had written the greenway off, cut off from the rest of the station, and linked to a broken spoke. He claimed it was only a matter of time before everything here would die. He refused to let anyone abandon their duty to the Union and cross. They were traitors to the cause, or as good as. Rika continues, making her slow but steady way into the inner gardens of the commune. There weren't many of us, but we believed what was here was worth saving. We had to keep our plans secret until we crossed, and some of us left people behind. She pauses to catch her breath, her voice cracking. It is difficult to know if it is from effort or emotion. What we found was a disaster. Nothing like what you see here. Half of the greenway was leaking oxygen into space, the plants flash frozen. The other half was a swamp of mulch, as decaying matter clogged every system. We worked hard, we lost good people, we cleaned up and closed up, but it was never going to be enough. After many cycles, we all knew this place was doomed, but we kept on working, talking less and less, because we couldn't face it. We all developed a death wish. If the Greenway was going to die, so would we. But it didn't die. It did not. Rico smiles. We crossed some invisible boundary, tipped some biological scale, and the Greenway started to recover. Plants flowered, crops sprouted. For the first time we've reaped the fruits of our labour. Rico smiles, looking up at you. We thought it was us, then managed to do just enough to end the cycles of decay. I thought we'd save the Greenway until today. You pass into the grow beds of the commune, rich with the hustle and bustle of Hypha members planting and harvesting. For a while Rico is quiet, and you both simply observe the hypnotic movements of the work crews, the eager chatter washing over you like a wave. Rico smiles to herself. I should have known, of course, that our arrogance was unfounded, but we needed to believe back then. We needed a myth to bring more people across the gap. You both move into a smaller corridor, Rico following some direction unknown to you. What you have shown me is that back then the Greenway saved us, not the other way around. Tell me, have you ever consumed one of the matsutake or Girrole caps you have been growing? Yes. I imagine they were delicious, nutritious, almost unequally so, she muses. After all, they were designed for you. Rico has a mischievous look. At first I thought it was the location they were grown in that made the mushrooms from the aviary, from the labs or from the grove different to each other. But what I have come to understand is it is the person growing them. The matsutake and Girrole caps you brought me are totally unique, containing compounds never usually found in similar species in my possession. Many of these compounds aren't even digestible for humans, but for a sleeper like you. Rico smiles as she leads you into the internal garden of the commune, where the Hypha members have planted species from all over the Greenway. Back when the tide turned, when the Greenway started to recover, we all felt something, a response. It was as if this place was not just alive, as a forest is alive, but alive in other ways, communicative, responsive. We shrugged it off at the time, but now I understand why. Rico stops and turns to you. This place is responding to us, adapting itself to us. It's growing fruiting bodies for you, for me. It is adapting, changing. It is, in short, displaying all signs of sentience. How? That is what I wish to know. What being is in control here? Rico sits on a bench within the peaceful gardens and gestures for you to join her. When you have been growing the Girroles and matsutakes in the aviary, those species so familiar to the Greenway, have you discovered any others? Yes. Rico can barely contain her excitement. I should like to see those. Please bring me some next time you are here. You look around the garden, amazed at the sense of peace within it. Rico interrupts the silence. There is a species of mushroom that I haven't seen in years. It was dark, short, shaped like a club. We first found it in those early days when we were working to save this place. It's around the time that we started to lose our first members. They were succumbing to some infection, some mould growing deep in the dark mulch that drowned this place. At that point, we thought we were lost. And then these mushrooms emerged from the black mold. We tested them and saw they contained some compounds that counteract the mold. They contained an antidote. Of course, as a botanist, I saw this as part of natural processes of this ecosystem, even if the timescales seem absurdly short. But what I am wondering is if that antidote was a gift. Rico meets your eyes. Perhaps if you're patient, you'll receive your gift too, Sleeper. You both sit for a while, Rico seemingly done telling stories for today. You watch the light playing off the leaves and plants around you, and wonder what forces could be in play in this place. After a while you stand and leave, with a quick nod to Rico, leaving her to her memories. Cool! Mushrooms. Rats, I need to grow more. I grow many mushrooms. Oh. So far. Do this. And then get me mushrooms started. Bloop. Cool. Now me mushrooms will grow. What's the height for that? There we go. Aha! Cool. Right. Reroll these. Damn it. Okay. Can supply for these. Please. I just want some scrap. What a shit mine fragments. Huh. Oh, wait. That's what I need for the thingy. How do I make the thing though? How do I make a core? Okay. Right. think that's gonna be me. I'm gonna pause there. Where's the old I'll say facing. But yeah. Oh, this game is great. But yeah, I'm reading out. I'm read I'm read out. So, however, good news is, I'm streaming tomorrow night. Yeah, we're gonna do. Oh wait, shut up, game. There we go. What do you mean bad news? Oh, sucks to suck. um. Oh, right. Okay. I've been pranked. That's a good one. Uh-huh. Um. we we're gonna play more Life is Strange. Obviously, it's Tuesday. We gotta do it. We're gonna do the what are they even called? We're gonna do DLC. The DLC of Before the Storm, which is the one where the Chloe and I'm so tired. Use your brain. Chloe and Max, yes, are younguns. So that'll be cool. And then we're going to do what's the other one called? Captain Hogwash or Captain Seaman Stains. Captain Spirit, yeah, that's the one. So yeah, we're gonna do that, which is the prequel to not prequel. It's like pre the freaking Life is Strange 2, which we're gonna do the week after. It's a teaser. That's it. Yeah, you're right. So we're gonna do both of them in one session. Yeah, yeah. I need like a what's the thing? The teleprompter. You need to give me a teleprompter. And on that note, because I'm brain dead. Yeah, I need to go to bed. Yeah. All right. Good night. Good. Bye.